I'm James Swanwick. Welcome to the Alcohol Free Lifestyle Podcast, where you learn to live a life of health, wealth, love, and happiness. Our Beyond 90 and leadership clients in particular are enjoying doing various book reviews as they go along. Of course, in Project 90, we are rewiring the mindset around alcohol. And then when we join Beyond 90, it's now what do we get to create now that we're clear of alcohol? And one of the many things that we do in Beyond 90 and leadership is digest books, read books, discuss books, kind of like a book club. What can we take from those books? What are the learnings? And then how can we then go and practically use those learnings in our life? So in this part 2 of a 3-part series with my first significant mentor, Ty Lopez, Ty is going to talk about how he practically reads books. He's going to talk about the difference between should you listen to a book versus should you read it. Can you listen to an audio book in the shower, for example? Should you speed read or should you read every single last word of every book that you read? So this is more of a practical video now in terms of how we can digest vast amounts of knowledge so we can then use that knowledge in our daily life. So enjoy this part 2 of 3 with Ty Lopez.
So some practical things. When you're in the shower, most iPhones are waterproof. You got great focus. For anybody who feels ADHD, okay, guess what? You're focused in the shower. The shower, you're not checking, you're not scrolling on Instagram. The shower, 10 people aren't calling you. So when I'm in the shower, let's say I take about 2 showers a day, one when I wake up, one after the gym. Take a long shower for 5 minutes, 7 minutes, and then set the phone on 1.5 speed, listening to a book. 10 minutes a day times 1.5 is 15 minutes. Starts to add up. When I'm walking to the gym, I turn it on. A lot of you need to listen to a little bit less music. Some of you need more music in your life, but a lot of humans need less music. Okay, especially pop music. It's basically junk food for the brain. Okay. If you're listening to Bach or something, it's different. But most music, Karl Marx said, religion is the opiate of the masses. I would say now music and sport, pop music and sports is the opiate of the masses. So replace a little bit of the pop music, a little bit of the sports, and just go for a walk. I think it was, who was it? Nietzsche or somebody said, all great ideas come to you while you're on a walk. So I was walking today. I got these little headsets. These are good headsets, by the way. Get these headsets. They don't go inside your ear. They're called Aftershocks. I don't own the company, so this is unbiased promotion, but I should get an affiliate referral fee for this because I've referred, I don't know how many people it's called Aftershocks. You can get them on Amazon. They're healthier because they don't go inside your ear and you put them over your ears. So I put these on, I go for a walk or the shower. Now, second great daily routine, best daily routine advice. There's so much crazy daily routine advice right now. I'm going on Instagram. It's like I wake up at 3:15 in the morning. I do a 15-minute power meditation session. I don't know about all that. Jeff Bezos says he likes to lay in bed for an hour. So all the social media people giving advice make less money than Jeff Bezos. And he doesn't, he's like, I like to wake up at 8 or 9 and lay in bed for an hour and daydream. So I don't know about you, but I'm gonna listen to Jeff Bezos about making money versus random social media influencer who made their first $1 million last week. So what I like to do is wake up, either daydream or read a book. It's a great time, man, because don't scroll. Who here checks their phone right when they wake up? Be honest. Who here come on, there's more hands should be up than that. Okay. Don't do that. I keep books right next to the bed. Wake up slowly. Allow you. Salvador Dali, the artist, he said his best ideas came when in a half waking state. So don't try to wake yourself up fast either. This is very counter. People are like, you need to wake up and snap out of bed. Bullshit. You look at the most successful people in the world. Jeff Bezos says he likes to lay in bed. Winston Churchill laid in bed till 2 o'clock. One of my mentors was the lawyer for Carl Icahn. Carl Icahn got out of bed at 2 p.m. in New York City and made more money than every single person that's saying you need to wake up. Now, there's nothing wrong with waking up early if you're a morning person. But my point is, wake up slowly. I like to be in the half dream state for like 5 minutes, then you usually wake up. And then sometimes I'll check my phone just to make sure everything's okay. Although I don't love that, but I do have to sometimes if you have a lot of responsibility. And then I just grab a book. This morning I was reading this Peter Atton. I do this as my schedule. If you want to borrow a schedule from me, this is my book schedule. I read a different kind of book every day. So by the way, you don't have to only be reading one book. Your brain is smart enough to handle multiple books, for the love of God. Some people are like, I've been reading one book for 30 days. I'm like, that's insane. I don't agree with that. So Monday, I do a book on health, the first pillar of the good life. Tuesday, I do a wealth book on business. Wednesday, I do a book on love or psychology. Thursday, I do a book on happiness, psychology, positive psychology, or I'll read an autobiography. So health, well, and then I just alternate again. On Friday, I'll go back to a health book. Saturday, I'll do wealth. So I do a health and wealth book twice a week. It can be the same book that you're slowly working your way through. You don't have to finish. By the way, next rule, you don't finish most books because most books aren't that good. So once you realize you've gotten all the good out of a book, move on. There's opportunity cost. There's 100 million books have been printed or more in history. Move on. You don't need to read every sentence of every book. Okay. The books are alive. Pull the part that's relevant to your life this week and then come back. I read my most important books. I read once a year. So I come back and get new information. Here's a book, great book. For example, I've read this a couple times. It's on how to hire staff. Everybody, by the way, write this book down. Classic. It's by the chief hiring officer for Google. If you want to know how to hire a team and get good business partners, this is the best book out there in the world. Laszlo Bock, Work Rules. But it's a long book. You're not going to need all of it. Just get some nugget. You're like a gold miner. Grab some piece of gold and move on. Then come back and read it again in 6 months. Who here, honestly, has ever felt guilty not finishing a whole book and moving on? I have. It's most people. Think of how illogical that is. You already paid the author. So he's good. He got his $20. So it's not like, but that's how our brain tricks us, hijacks us. Oh, you're missing out. But what you're forgetting is you're missing out on the hundreds of other books you should be reading.
Just a couple questions have come in, yes. Tyke, and
yeah.
So a couple people here are asking, what do you think of Blinkist and Headway, which are summaries of books as opposed to reading the book?
I have a company called MentorBox, same concept. So I have no problem with that, but don't rely completely on crutches, ladies and gentlemen. And also, by the way, not to toot our own horn, but MentorBox is better because it's the authors summarizing their books. It's different. Blinkist is random people they pay from Upwork and now they use AI. Don't you think it's better to learn a book from the author?
But MentorBox. I'm an investor.
MentorBox.com. We have the authors summarize. They come into our video studio and shoot a video. You just watch the video and the author of a book gives you what the book's about. That's way better. Way better. Everybody see the value in getting it from the author. So, but I don't want you. It's a little bit like paying somebody to go to the gym for you. How well does that work? Hey, Ty, I got the perfect way to lose weight. I found a personal trainer. I send them to the treadmill. I pay them $20 an hour. They go on the treadmill for me. Okay, next question.
Fiction versus non-fiction. You're talking about books. Is there benefit to fiction? Yeah.
A lot of on my happiness day, which is Thursday and Sunday, I'll do fiction books or I like biographies. Depends. There's quality fiction and low quality. Elon Musk loves fiction books, but he reads kind of epic stories that help you. So yes, quality stories. Look, there's junk nonfiction books and junk fiction. I'm more concerned with the quality of the book. If you're reading War and Peace, which is, considered the greatest novel, by the way, Movies can be very powerful to learn too. I'm going to give you all a gift. The best thing that exists on Amazon or Netflix is War and Peace series. Watch this. It's an 8-part series. I think it costs $5 on Amazon Prime. It's so good. It makes me weep that they don't have 5 seasons of it. War and Peace is the Tolstoy. He wrote it in, I think, the 1860s. It's considered the greatest novel. So if you're reading the fiction like War and Peace, please read as much as you want. If you're reading, romance novels, or if you're reading, I don't know what I think about. I saw that one movie. What's the damn movie all the women liked? Or not all the women, some women liked.
Big Little Lies.
Gray, 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh.
I remember for Valentine's, I was dating a girl. She's like, I want to see 50 Shades of Grey. That is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. So I remember I looked at my watch like 100 times during that movie. I'm like, okay, is it almost over? I'm like, oh, I'm only 2 minutes into it. But so I would say 50 Shades of Grey. War and Peace has everything 50 Shades of Grey has, but you walk away smarter. You're thinking about deep themes of life. You're altering your reality. Trust me, watch War and Peace. It's the best thing. It's Paul Dano. BBC did it. It's so good that I actually get mad every time it's over because I'm like, why don't they make more things like this? What the hell is Hollywood doing? Instead, we get these stupid movies, Marvel Comics movies and nonsense. So, okay, next question.
Another one relating to books. How do you know when you've gotten enough from the book and don't need to finish?
You'll know. Trust your gut. You'll know. It's like people go, how long should you go to the gym? You'll know. Eventually you're at the gym and you're like, I'm starting to hurt myself. You can go too short to the gym, too long. Humans are endowed. If you let your common sense kick in, you will know. There's one of my favorite books is Arnold Schwarzenegger's book, his autobiography. It's called Total Recall. Every time I read that book, the first half is so good. And once I get to the political career, I get so bored, I can't even flip the next page. So I always read the first half of the book and I'm like, I'm going to read the whole one. And then I get to I'm like, I'm so bored. So once you get to a place where you're like, this is the most boring thing, just shut it and move on. Books are more like food. There's a lot of healthy food out there. If you hate cauliflower, don't eat it. I had a biohacker friend of mine, one of the most healthy guy in the world. He's like, I said, what's the best diet? He said, the one that's healthy that you can keep doing every day for the rest of your life. He's like, eat hamburgers. He told me. I said, hamburgers? He's like, they ain't that bad. Especially if the bread isn't that bad. He's like, you got beef, he's like, do you like hamburgers, Ty? I'm like, yeah. And then eat hamburgers every day. So find the books you like and read those a lot. I like certain there's some books I just do not resonate. Just move on. There's 100 million books have been written. You ain't never going to finish all of them. At best, you should get through the top. I have a list at tylopez.com/books are the best 100 books I think people should read. I rarely add new books to that. I just read the same 100 books over and over. They're so good. By the time I get back to book number 73, I got to start over again.
Thank you so much for listening. For more content like this, you can check out our YouTube channel at alcoholfreelifestyle.com/YouTube. You can follow me and send me a direct message on Instagram and TikTok at James Swanwick. And you can see the results of our scientific study at alcoholfreelifestyle.com/study. If you'd like to apply to become a stop drinking client, you can visit alcoholfreelifestyle.com/project90. I wrote a book called the 30-Day No Alcohol Challenge, which you can find on Amazon. And you can always email me directly at james@alcoholfreelifestyle.com. If you're a regular listener of the show, would you please do me a big favor and give the show a rating and a review? It helps us get more listeners, and you'll be potentially helping someone else out there who's struggling with alcohol to find us, to listen to us and get support. Thanks so much for listening. We'll catch you on the next one.